How to build generational wealth, not just money. Most people think generational wealth is just about money. It's not. Money disappears. 2, 3 generations and it's gone. Real generational wealth is something so much deeper. I'm going to show you what the truly wealthy don't show you, but what they pass down. Most people think generational wealth is about leaving your kids a big bank account. That's not generational wealth. That's generational dependency. I'm Andy Dunning. I've built multiple 8-figure businesses and I've studied how real wealth gets passed down through the generation. Here's the brutal truth. 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the 2nd generation and 90% have blown it by the 3rd. Why? Because they're focused on passing the money down instead of passing down the systems that created the money in the first place. Today I'm going to show you how to build real generational wealth, the kind that lasts centuries, not decades. It isn't about the trust funds or inheritance. It's about creating a legacy that makes your family name synonymous with success. Pillar 1, build systems, not just businesses. The problem with just money gets spent, business gets sold. The next generation doesn't understand how it was built. No foundation for continued growth. Guys, selling my first company versus building the empire that I'm doing now, I didn't have those things in place. I was just doing it for building money. I wasn't building generational wealth. Now I'm building my empire and I have the systems and processes in place to build that generational wealth. Building lasting systems. What you need to do, document everything, processes, relationships, strategies. You're creating repeatable business models all the way through. Build institutional knowledge, not just personal success. Create a system that works with or without the founder. The generational approach. See, you have to teach the system, not just give the results. Multiple revenue streams across different industries always has to happen. Combine real estate, operating a business, and other investments. Each generation adds to the system instead of just consuming the money generated from it. Pillar 2, develop people, not just profits. The leadership legacy. Your greatest asset is the people you develop. Leaders create more leaders. See, developing my management team, I'm going through right now and I'm creating leaders that are going to be able to run the company when I'm no longer around so that my family can continue the benefits of having that company. Family development. Teach the work ethic from an early age. See, the problem is now everybody wants to be their friends with their kids. Instead, they need to be teaching their kids the importance of the business that they have at hand. Show them the struggles, not just the success you had. Make them earn their place. Do not just give it to them. The mentorship multiplier. Every person you develop becomes a part of your legacy. They go out, they build their own success. Your influence compounds through the generations. The things you did is what creates their success. Pillar number 3, create intellectual property and brand equity. Beyond physical assets, brand recognition that outlasts all individuals. Get intellectual property that generates royalties, reputation and relationships that actually transfer to the next level, industry expertise and knowledge base. Build the brand. Family name becomes synonymous with excellence, industry and thought leadership, content creation and knowledge sharing. You're showing people what it is you're doing. Knowledge is currency. Document lessons learned and best practices so you're able to teach it to that next generation. Create training programs, educational content. Build expertise that can be taught and transferred. See, turn experience into intellectual property. Pillar 4, invest in appreciating assets. Real estate empires, that's land and buildings. They appreciate over time. They generate passive income for other generations down the road. Not only that, it can't be easily spent because it's tied up in an asset. See, my personal approach to buying real estate started when I was buying my auto auctions. I wanted to make sure that I owned the property that the auction was on, so that when I went back in and I wrapped up the sale of the auction, I retained that property. Then I had monthly income coming in from somebody else that was staying on my property. That's what goes into the difference between ownership versus job creation. Own a business, don't just run them. Create businesses that run without you. You can diversify across multiple sectors once you're able to run a business that can run without you. See, each generation will inherit ownership, not just the money. The compound effect from this is the assets appreciate and they're constantly generating income for the family. Can be reinvested profits into more assets. Then each generation can start from a higher baseline than what the last one did. See, wealth always compounds across all generations instead of depleting it by spending the proceeds. Pillar 5, build relationships and networks. Your network is your net worth. Relationships outlast money all the time. Your access to opportunity and deals comes from all of these great relationships that you've built. I was buying an auction and I had to go to one of my best relationships when I was buying it. I needed it and I needed it at that moment and it had to be a short close. And guess what? Because I had a great relationship, that buddy of mine told me, he said, guys, we'll be fine. We'll get through this. I can lose everything, but if I have my relationships, I'll be just fine because I can rebuild from those. Generational networking. Introduce your children to your network as early as you can. Teach them how to build and maintain the relationships that you've already put in place. See, your family reputation, it opens doors for that next generation. You're looking for long-term thinking in the relationship building. Industry influence. Become known as the go-to family in your industry. Build influence that transfers to the next generation. You're trying to create partnerships that span decades and then maintain a relationship for integrity and excellence. Pillar 6, instill values in a work ethic. See, the foundation of everything, values, guide decisions across generations. Work ethic can't be inherited, it must be taught. Personal values, discipline, consistency, hard work, never quitting, that can't be taught. Those are values that are instilled in somebody. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Teaching through examples. Kids watch you. They do what you do. They mimic what you say. Show them the daily grinds, not just the results. Let them see how hard it is to get where they need to go. Make them work for what they want. No participation trophies or handouts in this deal. See, the character test. How do they handle failure and setbacks? Do they take responsibility or do they make excuses? Are they willing to outwork their competition? Can they delay gratification for that long-term success? Pillar 7, create multiple income streams. See, diversification strategy. Never depend on one source of income. Build multiple businesses across different industries. That way you're not niched and stuck into one space. Combine real estate and operating a business, and then have investments. Each stream feeds or supports the others. So here's the Andy Dunning model. I've got auction businesses. Those provide operating income. Real estate, it adds appreciation and rental income. Consulting and speaking, expertise income. Investments, passive income, and mailbox money. Generational multiplication. Each generation adds new income streams every time they get involved into the system. Diversification protects you against economic downturns. See, having multiple streams creates multiple opportunities for constant growth. Family members can specialize in different areas to help grow the family business. What real generational wealth looks like. It's a family name that's synonymous with success and integrity. It's having multiple business and assets across generations. It's your network of relationships and all the influence that you carry. Values, work ethic that last through time, not just for the moment. Systems and knowledge that create ongoing success. The compound effect. Each generation builds on the previous one's wealth. Wealth grows exponentially, not linearly. Family influence and reputation compound over the years. Access to opportunities increases over time. My personal vision, what I'm building is for the future generations of my family. It's my current decisions that impact my long-term legacy, the difference between inheritance and legacy. I'm trying to build a financial fence around my family so that no matter who our president is, what state the economy is, where the downturns are, our family is protected and we're able to move forward because we have generational wealth. The challenge, most people think short term. They're only thinking 1 to 5 years. See, generational thinkers, they're thinking 50 to 100 years ahead. What type of thinker are you? See, your next step I want you to do is I want you to start thinking beyond your own lifetime. What systems are you building to outlast you? What values are you instilling in your next generation and in your family? How are you developing the people, not just trying to develop your profits? Generational wealth isn't about the money you leave. It's about the foundation that you're building now. Start building your legacy today. Subscribe, like, or share this information with somebody you know that needs the wealth building strategies. Build that financial fence around your family. Stay consistent, stay successful, and stay coming back to this channel if you want to be rich.